the hostel that I was in is like a 16-person hostel, right? Then there was one morning I woke up and then got people having sex next to me. Yeah.
Then got the
Yeah.
sound. No, the worst is when you start saying, then what do y'all want? Y'all go. Like, you know the peg roll? Like, then you're trying to sense whether they want to stay or they want to go. Then nobody dares to really voice out what they truly want because they are afraid of offending the other person.
It's true.
That's the worst.
You know, recently on TikTok, you always see like when the trip makes it out of the group chat, but the group chat doesn't make it out of the trip. Yeah.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Hot Pot, where we hop into different transitions in life. I'm Q.
I'm Joey.
I'm Nick, and today we are talking about a topic that I am very passionate about: traveling. Specifically, traveling without breaking the bank. Important. So, are you more of a luxury traveler
Oh.
or a budget traveler?
I love traveling. I find that I'm very stingy when it comes to the plane ticket cost. Because to me, I can sit on a hard like cardboard seat. Doesn't matter.
Wow, I cannot.
Yeah. Accoms has to be safe. That's it. Don't need to be 5-star. But the
Clean?
Sleep on
clean
floor?
lah, of course clean lah. Like,
Safe and clean, mutually exclusive, ma.
Yeah, safe and clean. No sleep. I mean, if it's tatami, like I don't mind. It just needs to be safe and clean. Like no
okay.
bugs. Have Wi-Fi. Simple. But then when it comes to like shopping, I don't mind like splurging. Food. Charlie and I are very simple eaters. We can eat like konbini food. Yeah.
Konbini is a Japanese convenience store.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Last time I would be like quite a rough it out kind of traveler, but I feel like nowadays I like a little bit of luxury.
Now he got this.
Little bit lah,
money.
little bit.
I got the
It
money.
doesn't need to be right. Like things like a cruise. You like or not?
I quite like it.
I've never been on a cruise.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know why I'm so shocked.
Okay, very good, because that means that we have a lot of different perspectives
That's right.
for today's episode, which is actually brought to you by our sponsors, Royal Caribbean.
Oh my god, so fun.
Never go cruise before, cruise before. And I have been on a cruise recently with Royal Caribbean. But when I was younger, I also went with my extended family. Oh, I loved it.
It's a good thing for families to
Yeah.
just like mingle and do their things.
And I think my parents loved it also. At that time, I was very, very young. So then with all my cousins, right, then they would just like ditch us and then they go and like
Yeah.
do their thing.
Because it's safe enough to just leave y'all.
Yeah.
to
What's the
do it.
worst that can happen?
Playing, going down the slide.
Yeah.
So fun. I wish my parents love each other.
So anyway,
Can I just say, right, that when I heard that Royal Caribbean was sponsoring this episode, I was very excited.
why?
I even asked our producer, like, hey, can send us on a cruise or not? I will even tahan going with Joey and Q.
Excuse me?
It is a
Will
blessing.
tolerate, because the boat is big enough for me to not see them.
We would not even hang out with you.
Yeah.
But, oh my god, if we were to go on a cruise together, it would be
I
quite
think it'd be
fun,
very
right?
fun. Yeah.
It's very fun.
You don't pretend like you say you want to tahan us.
Okay, guys, if you guys want to see us on a cruise together, comment down below.
Q, what was your cruise experience like?
My memory of it was always with my family. Honestly, those were one of my core memories because we were just there, existing together,
Yeah.
but we don't really need to do everything together because my dad will go down to the casino, then I'll be swimming in the pool, my brother will be like, I don't know, playing basketball or something like that. Yeah, so I think aside from that, I also had experiences with my poly friends.
You went cruise with your poly friends?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was like a wallet-friendly situation where you guys just plan a 3-day 2-night and then go on a
All
cruise.
in one,
Yeah.
everything's settled.
Yeah, and we played Mafia. We
On
played
the-
Mafia and Werewolf
yeah.
on the cruise, which was
So
very
fun.
fun. Yeah.
Mine was with Royal Caribbean quite recently, like about 2 or 3 years ago. It was very fun, because before that, like the last time I was on a cruise, I think I was like 4 or 5 years old. So then I was like, didn't really know what to expect. But then I did a lot of research before the cruise, because they said like you need to book things and things
Yeah.
like that, right? Wow, but when we like actually were in the cruise, right, everything is sorted. Like at any point of time of the day, right, you hungry, right,
You just go.
you just go. Then you don't need to pay for anything because everything paid for already.
Yeah.
Like you just walk into the shop and then I want 2 slice pizza.
No, you just need to drop your room number. Yeah.
Wow, add it to my tab.
Yeah.
I think the thing that blows my mind is that there are like rooms, beds, facilities on a boat. But it's not a boat, it's like a ship.
And then like it's so big, right, that you don't really feel like any motion sickness or choppiness and things like that. So you even forget that you are on a boat. Yeah, but one of my like core memories from that cruise was like in the morning when you wake up, right? You can go for like a run on the deck.
Oh, it's like a full track, right?
Yeah, it's like a full track because
Yeah.
it's very big.
Wow.
So then you just ride, then you see like ocean. the
Wow, living your best
sunrise.
life, right?
Wow. Shooks, yeah. I think I must see sunrise, sunset every day.
Guys, my recent Bali trip, right? We woke up 6 a.m., walked like half an hour, got to the beach, right? And it says, "Welcome to Sunset Beach." We were there for the sunrise.
Oh, wrong side lah, wrong side. Yeah.
So we standing at the water, right? The
Yeah.
sun rising behind us. Oh my god, I want to go on a cruise.
Do what?
Relax, chill.
I feel like I've never not went down a cruise slide before. It's a must do.
Yeah, must go cruise
There's a
slide.
slide on the cruise?
Yeah.
Yeah, go, it's like
it's
water
a
slide. Yeah.
amusement park. Then got rock climbing. Then got some places got like the surfing. You know what's it called?
The
Wakeboarding?
no, it's like the
Surf-
artificial. like,
Wave house.
Yeah, wave house vibes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The fact that there are so many activities makes me like now very intrigued.
The first 2 days, right, I was a bit stressed because I was like,
A lot of
I
things
need to do everything.
Right? Same. Got checklist
yeah. Then
oh my god.
towards the end of the second day, I feel like actually just chill.
Yeah.
I just walk and then like,
No.
want to play ping pong?
No,
Play
you
ping
know
pong.
what I
Ping
love?
pong?
Yeah.
Then the ping pong drop in the sea, then how?
No,
No,
there is
very
a
far
room.
away.
There's a room.
God.
So, okay, guys, you can clearly understand my idea of the cruise is like the water is next to you. I cannot picture
It's
that.
huge. It's huge.
It's a, yeah.
So
damn
imagine
huge.
like a country club over in the water.
Yeah. No, you know what I love about it? It's when you say, okay, let's split up lah. But you know when you split up overseas, right? You might be a 45 minutes drive away from each other, but actually you just walk like 10 minutes. Go dinner together lah.
Then the fun part is that like you will dock at different like countries. So then you can like choose, do you want to get off and explore this like city or
Yeah.
town, or you just want to chill on a boat?
Yeah.
Up to you.
I feel like you will love it actually.
Yeah.
I
you were
really
like,
want to book after
Charlie,
this.
buy her
Sort
a
that
ticket.
out.
Yeah.
Sort it out, sir.
But generally for traveling, right, what is something that can make or break your trip?
Accommodation.
Friends.
Oh.
The people you go with.
Oh, you're right.
Oh.
What's your worst travel experience with friends? Like the friends is the problem. You know, recently on TikTok, you always see like when the trip makes it out of the group chat, but the group chat doesn't make it out of the trip. Yeah, you got kena this kind before.
No lah, never to that extent because I'm very picky with who I travel with. I can sense if a specific group will not gel well with me, then I wouldn't even risk it. Yeah.
I've been on a trip with a friend that I'm still close to, but I just know that if it's a group setting, okay, because other people it can split, right? But if it's just two of us, I don't think I'll do it again. Because differences in like threshold for certain situations, like if you find something that is interesting, you want to stay behind, maybe you cancel the next plan. Some people might not be as interested, then they want to move on. Then you feel like you cannot fully enjoy this activity or this space. I find that very frustrating because now you cannot fully enjoy the trip. But then you bear the responsibility of your friend not enjoying this also.
No, the worst is when you start saying, then what do y'all want? Y'all go. Like, you know, the peg roll. Like, then you're trying to sense whether they want to stay or they want to go. Then nobody dares to really voice out what they truly want because they are afraid of offending the other person.
It's true.
That's the worst.
And some people are the kind where they don't mind eating street food. They don't mind exploring the culture of that city. Whereas some people are like, no, I want to go to a restaurant. I'm on a holiday. I want to enjoy.
That's the other thing, like budget also, right? Like, cause you and your friend might have very different approach to spending on a holiday.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody will be like, I want to go and try this Michelin star restaurant. Then the other person is like, we just go like Family Mart lah.
Yeah, so it's really about setting expectations lah.
Yeah.
Then for accommodations, just now you mentioned, you would never skimp on it.
I think last time when I was younger, the kind of trips that I would go on, like you would backpack ma, so you go stay in hostels and things like that. First thing is you don't really shop. And then second thing is you don't really like get aches in your body. But then now I feel like I need a bit of space. Yeah, and then the shower needs to be like decent and things like that lah. And then it's like at the same time, when I think back, like, okay, now I travel with Jess ma most of the time. So then you also want like the best for your partner.
Yeah.
Like, you want to be in relative comfort with your partner.
Quite recently, I had to stay in a hostel just because it's budget friendly, right? And then while everyone were opening their luggage, right, in this cramped room, I stood there and I realized, damn, this is not the life for me anymore.
That's
I'm
right.
29 I need to, I cannot stay in hostels anymore. Yeah.
I think it depends. Because there are hostels that are bigger, right? I used to think that hostels were cramped, shared rooms, right? Then I went to Korea and we stayed in a hostel and it was pretty big. And it changed my mind on hostels. But then it's different. Like if you're there with your friends, I think hostel's okay.
Yes,
if you're
true,
in
true,
a
true.
couple, then a bit different and difficult.
In hostels also, like depending on what kind of hostels you go for, right? There are some that are party hostels. So people like, they're staying there, they just every night go and get drunk, they will hook up and things like that lah.
They might bring someone back.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was literally like, I think this was in Berlin. The hostel that I was in is like a 16-person hostel, right? Then there was one morning I woke up and then got people having sex next to me. Yeah.
Then got the
Yeah.
sound.
But then they like under the blanket, but then they like cuddling and like
Shit.
got like, yeah.
I think the one thing that I've noticed is that I'm willing to pay for convenience and ease of mind. Like I don't want to feel unsafe and I don't want to feel annoyed. Like if I'm going to pay maybe $20 to $50 more for a place that's near a train station, I will do that.
Yeah.
Because when I'm traveling, right, Charlie and I walk like 30k steps a day. At the end of that day, right, sometimes we are like groaning on the way back because we're like, oh my God, we're so tired. And if the commute back is very long, then you end up spending that money on a cab.
Yeah.
Like, and the mental load is too much.
If your feet starts having blisters, right, guys, just go for comfort lah. Go for comfort.
Yeah.
What about the flights?
Okay, I think if it's a short distance, right, I don't mind
Budget?
bending my knees.
Same. I would not pay for an expensive flight. We get to the same destination. Maybe the chair is more cushiony, but like I will treat my butt to something great later lah.
Even like long haul to US, same.
Okay, I recently found out that I have been paying really good rates. The most I've ever paid to the US, right, never even hit 1.2 round trip. And I realized that's not normal.
Yeah. Why?
I just am very budget law. Like I will only fly when the rate is like
She
that.
camping at the laptop,
I've
then
been
got sale, she
lucky.
faster buy.
I've been lucky, yeah. Because now it's like 1314 and to me that's ridiculous. I would not pay that.
My approach to flights has changed in the last couple of years.
Are you a business guy now?
He looks like a business guy.
He looks like he will fly business class, right? Then when you're walking onto the plane, right, got the drink there already. He's sitting there with the book.
a glass of wine, please.
Yeah,
Chardonnay.
thank you.
Thank
Just
you.
put this on.
So now my rule is anything less than 3 hours, I can sit budget. But
3 hours.
but I must get the emergency seat also. Cause like it's,
Okay,
it's,
you're
it's a
a
lot
pretty long
harder
guy.
lah for me. Like yeah. Like when I sit the don't say budget, like full service like carrier, right? Even if I'm not in the emergency seat, I'm very uncomfortable. Yeah. Like when I sit like that, right, I lower the table, right? The table cannot lower all the way because my knees is propping up the table. So my foot will slide on. Yeah. So
Damn.
now I always have to pay for the emergency seat, like the front seat. But then anything more than 4 hours, I will sit full service. Then
Full service means what? Business class?
no lah, can be economy, but like
Economy
it's like the
class.
got food, that kind of thing, lah.
Oh, yeah.
Like not budget lah.
Yeah.
Then anything more than 8 hours, I will try to sit business lah. But redeem miles, so I don't always pay for business class.
But what is something that you don't mind saving on?
Saving on
Yeah. Like sacrifice a bit. Food? No, I think y'all are foodies, so y'all
No,
would
I
not
think
say food.
food on the flight, I will not pay.
Oh,
like,
yeah, same.
Literally, we were just booking two days ago for our upcoming flight. You pay $40 more per night for breakfast. And we're like, I would spend half of that
This is
on
the
the
hotel
two
or
of
the
us.
flight?
Hotel.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, no, I'm not going to top up for breakfast. I know it's a buffet spread, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't spend $40 on breakfast.
I never eat
Sometime the-
hotel breakfast unless it's a work trip. Because if it's a work trip, right, then I wake up, I eat breakfast in the hotel, then I go to the office, like wherever I am lah. But if it's a holiday, then I want to eat the local food ma. Question part!
Okay, question. If you only had 1 week to travel, would you rather visit many countries or stay in one country?
7 days.
Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks so
In
much.
case you
Monday,
think like
Tuesday,
it's
Wednesday.
business week ma.
Thank you, Rebecca Black.
Friday. I would choose 1 week in one country and maybe the place might be New Zealand or Iceland.
What are your top 3 furthest travel bucket list destinations? Okay, first one is South Africa.
Oh, same.
The next one is Kyrgyzstan.
Oh, okay.
Quite nice. Then the last one I think
Bhutan.
would be Norway. Yeah.
It's very on brand with you.
Yeah.
Oh, if you were on a trip with your best friend, partner not included, and cost is not a concern, would you rather share a room or have a room to yourself? Oh my god, share a room. The whole purpose of traveling with friends is so y'all can go and all together.
You chat for like 1 hour in the dark.
Then you eat Maggie in your pajamas.
Yeah, I think even if money is not an issue, you
I
should
still want to
bunk
eat
together.
Maggie.
Face mask. Then bitch about that one person that you don't like.
Yeah, they
That is
didn't make
also
it
on
on
the
a
trip.
trip. By sleeping.
Then it's actually Nick.
Yeah, correct. Two of us talking about you. Okay, so for you guys, does the budget depend on where you are traveling to? Meaning, like for certain countries, you don't mind like scrimping saving, and certain countries you're like, okay, I'm gonna splurge.
I think for sure, like Indonesia or Bali, right? I don't mind sitting on a scooter. But then when it's maybe in Europe, I think my perspective will change a little bit. Yeah.
So you won't sit on a scooter in Europe.
No, because the price is different.
But then sit on a Vespa, like
Oh, it's a vibe lah, it's a vibe lah. Then maybe got like some romance fling
yeah,
there.
then you like hold
The
the
Lizzie
waist.
McGuire, you go meet your Don't
Paulo.
Paulo. Ugh.
No, but I think it really depends because of the price and rates there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, when I was thinking about it, right, like if you go to like Southeast Asia, for example, then because the Sing dollar is stronger and things like that, right, cost of living is lower in the countries that you're visiting, you can get a lot more. So actually you can ball even harder.
Yeah. Massage
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, you want to eat Michelin star here in Singapore versus like you want to eat Michelin star in like Thailand or like in Bali. So when like my recent Bali trip, we went to a lot of like those like Michelin star like restaurants. It's very good value. So to me, I think like how much I would be willing to spend being dependent on the destination, right, will only be like for flights. Like if it's like a long haul, because it's directly like proportionate time to like enjoy the flight. Yeah.
And most of the times you kind of walk in with the expectations of knowing that, for example, Switzerland is super expensive.
Yeah.
And you are just ready to spend that money.
Yeah.
For certain countries, if I'm shopping there, right, I won't bargain. And it's not to say that they need my money. It's just I don't feel good about bargaining in certain countries.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's a shared like burden, because when I go there, I really cannot look them in the eye and bargain. I maybe if I can tell that they're trying to milk my money, then I'll be like, okay, bro, come on, just this
Like
price.
compromise a bit lah,
Correct.
like, cause
Yeah.
you can tell that like, hey, this tourist a bit sucker, like then I charge you like 3 times more what is the normal price.
Correct. But at the end of the day, it's not that much of a loss to you. Like, but it's a huge gain for them. So why
Yeah.
not, right? You
Yeah.
are supporting their economy also.
Recently I was in Bangkok, right? Then after that we were just like at one of the night markets, right? Then I heard the Singaporean accent near me.
Wow.
Then like, is this like uncle bargaining over like this pouch? He bargaining damn long, like he there for like maybe like 15 minutes, no? He look around, then he boss, then like how much?
Yeah.
Then the guy say no, cannot. Then he keep quiet, look again, walk one more round. Then he like that lah. Like how? Then the difference is like 30 cents.
Hey uncle, why you like that?
So then
Move
sometimes
on.
if you ask them, right, they will just say like, it's just shook.
Yeah, they just want to feel like they're
You
the winner.
feel like you
Yeah.
got a great deal and
But then,
you are
like,
special.
30 cents, then you spend 15 minutes there for your 30 cents. This
At what
15 minutes
cost?
is your
Time is money.
Yeah.
holiday. Yeah.
It's true.
So is it possible to make the most out of your trip without breaking the bank?
Yeah, for sure.
Of course.
I feel like depending on the destination, you need to be smart on like how you spend your money lah. It's about stretching every dollar to like maximize the experience. I feel like at some point it's diminishing returns. Like so just now you mentioned Switzerland, right? I feel like for food in Switzerland, my experience there was that like I will go and eat in the restaurants there. Then like a main I would pay like 50 Sing. But then I didn't. It's not great. Yeah, like food is like meh. So I would rather like spend that money to like, okay, if I'm staying in an Airbnb, I cook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas like if I go to a Thailand or like Indonesia, for example, where like the food there is like great, right? Local food is great. That $50 I will happily spend, but then I will like really max out like, you know, how much $50 can get me. So I think it's about being smart about how you spend your money.
I think for experiences wise, right, I've always been someone who will find like free walking tours.
But that one must tip one, you know, right?
Yeah. I'll tip at the end lah.
You like,
But then it definitely helps to save my
yeah.
my money. Yeah.
Okay, guys, what are your tried and tested tips and tricks to maximizing your trip?
I think the first thing is to decide on your budget.
Like an overarching number. do you decide on one big lump sum and then you decide how to allocate, or do you do it like transport, I will do this?
Okay, for me, I would always have an overarching number. So for Europe, for example, right, I would have like a 3K to 3.5K budget. And then obviously, if it's Asia, like Thailand, Vietnam, Bali, right, it would be around the 600, 700 range. Yeah. So it really depends on where I'm going. But sometimes it's also setting your daily budget limit with your friends. So you know how sometimes you guys like set a pool money, then everyone chip in like $50 per day or like for the whole trip, right? Then you just use that money lah, accordingly.
I got annual travel budget, so I don't plan
Your
based on
spreadsheet, is it?
Yeah.
Where's the iPad? Show me.
I will set aside X number for travel and luxury, like once lah.
So it's your FY24
Yeah. So like travel and shopping, like things that are not essentials or like bills and things like that, then it goes into like a pool. So every trip I go on, then I will track the expenditure, then I draw down from that pool. Then when finish lah.
So how much is your budget this year?
Yeah.
Wow, I think a bit sensitive.
Is it like 5 digit?
I think got 5 digits.
Yeah
for
lah,
sure.
got 5 digit lah.
lah.
My travel budget also includes like me and Jess, so it's 2%.
Okay.
So that's mid 5? High
It's,
5?
it's more than, I think it's more than most people will spend on travel lah.
We accept that.
But to
Cop
me,
out.
like traveling quite important, like holiday quite important to like
It's
de-stress.
true. You really
Yeah.
work yourself crazy.
Yeah.
So you deserve it lah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ahoy! Calling all you travel enthusiasts. If you don't want to plan your own travel itinerary, we've got you covered.
Look no further, because Royal Caribbean is going to help you plan your next holiday to the likes of Japan, Europe, and Alaska for an affordable price. All you got to do is check out their website, www.royalcaribbean.com.sg. You can also visit their Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook at Royal Caribbean Asia. Check out the description box below for more deets.
Hey, oh my god, do we get to go on a cruise together?
You think I want to go on cruise with you, man?
Do I go with you, man? So another thing that I find helps when I'm budgeting is deciding what kind of trip it's going to be. So my recent Bali trip, as a group, we collectively decided, okay, we're not doing all the adventure things. We've all done that before. And previously when we did, right, I knew that it was going to be, okay, we need to pay for a driver. Then you need to pay for entrance fees, the food that you will get. So it's a lot of a bigger expenditure. Whereas this time we were going in knowing we just need to relax.
Yeah.
So we splurged on the villa because we were spending most of our time there.
Yes.
And I think a good, reliable driver is also very important because you want to feel safe and like communication easy, right? The mental load is really, like a lot is taken off. So I think deciding that really helps to set like some markers for you to plan out your budget. And maybe there are some trips where I'm like, okay, I want to spend and shop. Then you just like set that beforehand and then you can budget for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a non-foodie myself, right, don't feel pressured to eat expensive food if you're not a foodie.
Yeah.
Because some people like to judge me for...
Really?
I have friends who would judge me for not choosing like the best kind of dishes or like restaurants to eat at.
Yeah.
But to me, the experiences and like the scenery is much more important. Like my time spent at different experiences is much more important. So don't feel pressured to, just do what other people are doing.
Yeah.
100%. I love food, but it doesn't have to come with like a heavy price tag.
Yeah. And I feel like food also is like diminishing return on at some point.
This investment link.
No, like the amount that you spend relative to like how shook the food is, it's not proportionate, you know? Yeah.
100%. I think all of us here, we really like traveling, right? When you're deciding where to go, do you pick a new country or do you look back at where you've been and be like, oh, I really enjoyed this, let's go back? How do you choose your destination?
Okay, it goes back to the money as well. Like if I have the freedom and flexibility to spend extra to go back to a place that I really like, I'll do it. Because it's like watching a sitcom that you've watched 100 times. Like you know that you're gonna have fun there, you know that you're gonna have a good experience there, then go for it. But for me, every single year, I would try to go to a place that I've never been to before. It's like a KPI.
Very good.
Oh, shut up.
So the way I do it is like I will split it into short, medium, and long trips.
Yeah.
So then the long trips, to me, that one is like higher investment of time and money, right? Then I try not to go back to like the same place. But then the short and medium trips, like if I repeat destination to places that I've been before, then okay. So like places like Japan.
Would you rather do 3 like budget trips or 1 major trip? You're traveling 3 times, separate times throughout the year versus 1 big long trip.
Okay. I've learned to see the joy in small trips. That's why I have 3 trips planned every single month from this month onwards. So I have like 3-day, 2 nights trips moving forward. I think it's good for my mental health because I have something to look forward to. I think a lot of like corporate people who are like working every single day, 9 to 6, right? They work so hard, but then are you just gonna save up that money to go on one trip and use your annual leave on that one trip? I think sometimes it's worth just spending a little bit more money to go on separate trips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so ask y'all, do you know what is a fly cruise?
What is it, huh?
Wait, the cruise is...
No, cruise still on water.
How does it like?
Imagine the cruise and got
You know, like, it's like duck tours. They go on land to sea, right? So I'm like, how do you go from sea to sky?
So fly cruise actually means that you purchase your own air tickets, right? You fly to whichever destination, right? Then you get on a cruise there at your destination.
I've never done that before.
Yes.
I always have this like perspective that I must go from Singapore.
You must dock from
Yeah.
Singapore.
Yeah.
So it's quite nuts because like I was looking at the variety, like the itinerary, right? All the potential like combinations are. One trip or one cruise, right? You can really whack like Europe and then go over to like, okay, my geography not so good, like to another continent, then do a few like countries, then you fly back.
Wait, as in one trip you can go to different
Yeah. So you
points?
fly, cruise into different docks, then fly back.
Well, that's like a world tour.
Yeah.
It's like Taylor Swift.
Yeah, Eras tour. Eh.
Yeah, you can pretend you're Taylor Swift. So actually, right, Royal Caribbean has more than 20 ships around the world.
Damn.
Quite a lot.
Yeah.
You can cruise from like the likes of the Caribbean, Alaska,
Wow.
Europe, Japan.
That sounds like a
Oh my
dream.
god,
eh?
I love
Australia,
it.
New
You can
Zealand.
sleep, right, and wake up in a different country. That's actually crazy. And then you don't need to bring your luggage anywhere.
Your travel at time got a lot of luggage, no? I feel like you maybe not so much. But
Yeah,
then maybe
I don't.
this one
I really don't.
Sister.
bring guitar,
Why did she bring guitar to cruise?
bring
Why?
Taylor Swift merch.
4.
Or maybe she
4
performed on.
guitars.
Between Charlie and I, we had 4 suitcases, right? And only half of one is his things.
Wait. You go for how long? Like this kind of
9
trips?
days.
Like go Bali 3 days.
Girl, I love to shop.
Yeah.
Okay, no judgment here.
So if you are like Joey, this kind, right, you can leave the suitcase on the ship. Then you go and shop.
Wow.
So which is quite important lah, cause like big families, right? We have children, babies, toddlers, need to bring what portable crib, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Wait, this is quite life-changing because then you don't have to lug your suitcases everywhere you go. It's on the ship. Then there's
Yeah.
security, so you don't need to worry about your things getting stolen or going anywhere. You don't have to pay for the luggage storage.
Oh my god, you don't need to change hotels.
The hotel move with
that's
you.
that's the yes, the hotels move.
You are right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, when you're traveling around like Western countries, it's quite popular. Like cruises are quite popular because one night on a cruise, on average, usually you pay less than one night in like a proper like
Hotel.
established hotel.
Oh.
Because hotel
never
quite
knew
tall
that.
ma. Yeah.
Are you guys more spontaneous or are you like a planner?
I adapt to who's on the trip.
Okay.
Yeah. So recent trips, Jess has been planning. So then I can like be passenger princess. But there have been trips where I have been the planner. And then like now I am planning a trip with my friend group who are all very chin cai and a bit lembe. So then I need to
Lembe, yeah.
What
Like,
yeah.
like noir.
Yeah.
Oh.
So then now I must step up and
Yeah,
be the
yeah.
planner.
I'm part of that group and then he has been
I'm not part of the group. Once again, I have been ostracized.
Yeah. Purposely. Yan. But we'll go on a cruise together.
I don't want.
Okay.
I'm a bit of both, but I would say that even if we are spontaneous, I plan to be spontaneous. You know what I mean? Like, I'll plan that this day is spontaneous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It needs to be still within control.
Right.
Because to me, not planning anything, right, you run the risk of maybe you have to make an appointment months in advance, especially with places like Japan.
Yeah.
Like recently, we found out that we couldn't make the fast pass bookings at all because they're all sold out.
Yeah.
So then, as a result, we have to go 2 days instead. You know,
Yeah.
which isn't that big of a loss. But if you don't have time, sometimes the planning can come to your advantage. Whereas in this case, if you're on the cruise, don't need to plan anything, right?
Need a bit, but Royal Caribbean, right, actually they have like an itinerary planner for you. You can use or don't use. So if you like don't want to plan, right, you can just like use their itinerary
YOLO.
planner. But then if you want full control, can also.
So it's not as stressful.
Guys, really, I want to book already. I'm not even kidding though, because I've never been on a cruise and I never understood it. So now hearing from you guys, I a bit FOMO.
Oh my god, you should bring your dad.
Oh my god, yeah. Then you feng shui the cruise.
Sam would love it.
Sam will love it. Now that you mention it, I feel like cruises are good for like
Families.
because when you need your own time, you can separate. When you want to come back together, then like, okay lah, go and find them a bit. Then like, oh, a bit sick of you now. Then
Everybody's safety is accounted for.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important thing.
big enough that you can escape from each other for a couple of hours. Small enough to still feel like you're on the same holiday together.
True.
And you can regroup and share what y'all did that day.
Yeah.
Because like it's not like you're going to an amusement park, right? And then those who are not taking the roller coaster have to wait with all the belongings.
Oh, that's me, yeah.
You don't take roller coaster?
No, I scared.
Loser.
Yeah, be scared. It'll be a vertigo.
Yeah, but yeah, so in this case, you can just split up. Those who want to do this can do this, all the different activities. At the end of the day, you don't have to worry about there's staff on board taking care of you, right?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Some people think that when you go on a budget trip, right, it's not as enjoyable. So what are some of your favorite travel experiences that didn't cost a lot?
Recent trips, I always go hiking. Hiking don't cost a lot. Yeah.
Beach destinations also.
Yeah.
Just lie on the beach.
Yeah.
I think choose a place, right, that has a lot of scenery.
Yeah.
If you're a scenery kind of person, if you're a foodie, you're more like an amusement park kind of person, then of course it requires more money lah, for sure.
The word budget has this like connotation that it's gonna be a bit unpleasant, but I think that's not true. Like, if you know you're gonna be on a budget plane where there's no shows or movies, right? Then you're going with your friends. Then you find activities to do together. Like we downloaded a lot of games on my iPad and we were playing throughout the whole flight. It was so fun.
So wholesome.
Yeah. So I feel like it's what you make of it. If you look at it as like we don't have this, we don't have that, then you make the things happen lah. You know what I mean? Like if you know your place has no breakfast, then the night before you go and buy, put it in your fridge, then you have it in the morning. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, it's like instead of going to a club, right? Bring the club to your Airbnb.
Correct. Noise pollution only, it's okay.
Yeah.
And I feel like the other thing also is like traveling with the right people. Because now the way I see it is that like if I'm traveling in a group with friends, right? Time spent with my friends, to me, I value that a lot more than like, go and see this or go and see that. So the fact that like you are able to go on a holiday and spend time with your friends, to me, like sometimes that is like the most important thing now, more than the destination. Yeah, so I find that those experiences like don't need to cost a lot. Because you don't need to be doing very like things that cost a lot of money together. Like if you're just like chilling in the room or like in the villa, play board games, also like not bad.
Okay, so we shared all of our travel experiences and how to maximize the budget of our trip. Do you guys believe in the phrase, money can always be earned back?
I think it really depends on your circumstance lah. Like I think it's a privileged thing to say that.
Yeah.
Some people don't have that, but if you look at the grand scheme of things, maybe for the three of us, I would say money can be earned back lah. Yeah.
I think it's also like the threshold ma.
Yeah.
There are people that can spend like 20k on a trip in Japan. Yeah, they shop and things like that ma. But there are also people who can like spend very little. To different people, the amount that like it starts to negatively impact your life, like you need to push back your retirement plans, that kind of thing, then
No lah.
it's different for everybody ma.
I think if it's just like saving a bit by not taking Grab, not buying your bubble tea, then that's fine lah. Like you're just saving a few, maybe $100 or $200 just for a better experience for your travels. I think that's fine.
So budget travel doesn't mean that you need to scrimp and save on everything. It's about maximizing, where you are spending money and finding out where you don't mind skimping and when you should splurge.
That's right. Thanks so much for watching this episode of The Hot Pot. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Me Listen.
And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to our channel as well.
Yes, and do consider going on a fly cruise with Royal Caribbean if you want a hassle-free experience. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye!
Bye.
What are your tried and tested tips to maximizing it? I maximize the word also maximizing.
Wow. Sunrise from which side?
Don't ask me. Ask the compass.
West.
Rise in the east, west.
Sets in the west.